We're getting a new look at Reagan's presidency, his brush with death in 1981, and his health struggles. That's all in Bill O'Reilly's latest book. Killing Reagan is the latest in his best-selling Assassinations series. Welcome back to Studio 57.
Thanks for having me in, guys. Appreciate it.
Yeah, nice to have you here. We'll talk about the book and your success in a moment, but I want to talk about the news of the day and the president's remarks last night. One of the things I think he really wanted to do was get involved in the political debate. I mean, I really think this was less, a State of the Union than it was an argument in some ways. And he said America's economic decline is a bunch of political hot air.
Yeah, well, 66% of the American public, according to your own poll, CBS poll, disagrees with him, thinks the country's on the wrong track. Look, this was a political speech in an age where we need problem solving, not more bloviating. All right, and it's both sides, both sides. Why don't you guys knock off the BS, all right? And I'll give you an example. America's the most powerful nation in the world. Yay! Well, what good is the power if we don't use it wisely? What good is it? Chaos in the Middle East. Iran takes advantage of us. China melting down economically.
So we're going to become the world's policeman? I mean, that was the president's point.
No. NATO. NATO should be fighting ISIS. And NATO should be protecting those poor refugees who are starving in Syria. Why isn't NATO doing that? All right? Why? Nobody can answer the question. So I'm tired of bloviating political BS. I want a problem solver in the Oval Office next time around.
So you're criticizing both parties, which is what Nikki Haley did last night, too.
And Nikki Haley is a good shot to be VP, by the way.
Yeah, that is the talk.
She's going to be considered.
But now she's getting criticized, Bill, for criticizing her party.
Everybody's getting criticized, all right? And this is, and that was the strongest point President Obama made last night. Knock it off.
Yeah.
Knock the ideology off. We got serious problems here.
But Bill, there's specifically, Governor Haley said during anxious times it can be tempting to follow the siren call of the angriest voices. We must resist that temptation. She's talking about Donald Trump.
So what? Trump is smart. Trump might get elected because he's angry, and so are the American people. So he's reflecting that anger. All right.
Is America angry? Is that what we want in leadership?
Look, anger can be good if it leads to problem solving. If Trump ran as a standard politician, he'd be at 6%. Trump accurately gauges the mood of the country, is reflecting that mood in the Republican precincts, and may very well win the nomination. All right. So he's doing that to win. Is he that bombastic when he wins? I'm not sure. If he is, he can't win the general.
Do you believe he believes what he says?
Yes, in a general sense. But I believe he makes rhetorical mistakes.
What do you mean? What's a rhetorical mistake?
Well, you say we're going to ban all Muslims. Okay, that's not going to help us fight ISIS. But he didn't think it out. Mexico, he was clearly talking about the corrupt Mexican government when he was talking about Mexicans being drug dealers and this and that, but he didn't articulate it well enough.
Does he do that on purpose, though?
No. He's not a politician. He's used to, look, when you're a billionaire, Rose, you can say what you want, okay?
No,
you have billions of dollars. You don't have to think it out.
Yes,
you can just say it. No, you don't.
Yes, you do.
He's at 36%.
Yeah.
He's at 36%.
Your words have power, and you still have to be accountable for your words. But
not according to the Republican
Can I ask one more
people.
political question real quick?
Yes.
Nora, don't you want to talk about killing?
Yes, she does. She loved it.
Okay, go ahead.
But a quick question, too, though. Donald Trump this week is opening his campaign rallies with Bruce Springsteen's song, Born in the USA.
I think he was born here, right?
A dig at Ted Cruz, who he first raised the issue of.
That's just stupid.
What part of it is stupid?
Cruz can run for president. That's it.
So what do you think Trump's aim is by bringing that up?
To diminish Cruz, because he's running against Cruz. That's what they do. Killing Reagan.
There's a new book. This is the thing, Bill. You took us through his Hollywood career, the ups and the downs. You go from Bedtime to Bonzo to the President of the United States.
Yeah.
What was so fascinating to you about him? And Nancy Reagan was no joke.
He's a shallow actor who then becomes one of the greatest presidents of all time. How did it happen?
Nancy Reagan played a key role. Wouldn't you say that? Nancy Reagan played a key role.
Big. Nancy's a big, and and Nancy changed from a real harpy, from a real virago.
Harpy?
Yeah. Who even Betty Ford didn't like, into this hero at the end of the president's life. And so both tracks have this tremendous evolution. And that's what fascinated me about the material.
We should say that some of the people that work with Reagan, George Shultz, Ed Meese in particular, are calling this book, it doesn't resemble the man they worked with.
The interesting thing about the book is that you make the case that Reagan's assassination attempt affected his mindset.
Of course it did.
And that's what they object to.
And
that's what
well,
they did.
look, as Jack Nicholson once said, you can't handle the truth. Everything in his book is true. Just ask your own correspondent, Leslie Stahl, who knows Reagan probably as well as anybody. Ronald Reagan fought through this assassination attempt, and I believe that made him a great man. He had to rise because he was so badly hurt.
All right.
Thank
Thanks,
you, Bill
Bill.
Ryan.
All right, guys, thanks for having
You
me
can
in.
call me Charlie, though, Bill.
Yeah.
Come on, Rose, don't get offended. You know, I call
be called
everybody.
O'Donnell.
Everybody, no, the glamour I call by their first names. You're Rose.
All right, O'Reilly. Thanks.